You're listening to Miscast Commentary, where two guys have seen way too many movies and have way too much time on their hands.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. All out of bubble.
Now here's your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray.
Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary, a Coming Attractions episode. I am Joe Finley.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And we are recording this one almost 2 weeks before it comes out, so it's not going to be the most timely one we've ever done.
This is Coming Attractions?
Yeah, well you said you wanted to do a mini before we did
Yeah, I totally forgot.
we won't make it long, I promise. But I just promised something I can't promise. So yeah, you know the mini episodes that are never mini? I'm going to make this one mini.
So here we are.
Yeah.
As we both saw Shang-Chi, which somebody told me as I yelled the name all throughout the movie. They're like, no, it's Shang-Chi.
Yes.
I was like, I paid the money. I'm here.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi, like, oh, I'm a racist.
Do you not listen to this podcast? Todd pronounces things the way he wants to, and that's part of his charm, whether we like it or not.
When you go to the movies, if you make a lot of comments, racist or otherwise, just lots of them, they will get so mad that they will throw items at you. Popcorn, soda. You don't even have to buy snacks. No. Because they will land in your lap throughout the movie.
I am on board with this if I'm being really frank.
I bring like a walk looking thing, especially to this movie, right? I brought a walk. They loved it. And then all the crap they threw at me went right into this big old walk looking thing. It's like because they like a big bowl.
Yeah, all right, but let's talk Shang-Chi a little bit.
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Me too, man.
I thought the acting was good. The action was good.
Yeah.
It had dragons. There's some spoiler alerts, but this is going to be in a while. So like if you haven't seen the movie, I don't think that a lot of the people in the movie were totally caught up on everything because when Buddy shows up, Ben Kingsley,
yes,
I was like the only person laughing.
That was actually funny. I had to kind of just jab my wife a little and be like, "Oh, here, man," and she's like, "Oh yeah," and she remembered then, but
right,
she's kind of like, "Why are you reacting to this?
Why are you reacting as such?" Everybody in the theater was mule kicking. Oh.
He was genius.
Oh my god, he was amazing.
They basically. Every complaint people had about Iron Man 3 got fixed in this movie.
Well, no, not every complaint, but that whole thing, definitely yes.
Yeah, everything.
That whole twist. So I guess like the man room was so pissed off at his imposter. Yeah. Well, he didn't take out Guy Pearce though. Like he wasn't mad at Guy Pearce, who was pretending to be. Maybe that'll be something that'll come up later.
Well, Guy Pearce exploded and is dead.
He did?
Yeah, remember he had the extremis stuff and he exploded.
Oh, I don't remember any of that. I was probably too busy smashing my head off the seat.
I think this is the last time we've heard from him, says a guy who's watched people come back from the dead and everything all the time and is never surprised.
Remember when I died at the end of season 1?
Yeah. On
our podcast?
Yes.
Boom! Here I am.
I know. Hologram.
They went into the multiverse and like in Rick and Morty, how all the Jerrys are exactly the same sort of Todds. Yeah.
What's hilarious is this is just all edited Todd from previous episodes. I cut out one sentence from every single episode and now I'm just piecing them all back together into conversations that make me look good.
And I'm absolutely thrilled that Shang-Chi, the Shangster, did very well at the old box office.
So well set. You know what was cool too? Because I was reading, it set the this Labor Day box office record. So it made domestically it made $90 million or 94 depending on which publication you were reading. But do you know what the previous record was?
72 million.
No, it was Rob Zombie's Halloween remake, and it was 30 million.
Blech. Oh yeah, because they say that's like the death kill.
But it's just
that long weekend. Yeah,
but it kills me. It beat it by like tripled the previous record, which is like fantastic. And that's the thing.
We need Will Smith to come back and save the box office.
But you know what? People had the exact same feeling about Black Panther. They were like, the average person isn't going to want to go see this and blah, 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 blah. And then everybody went because the average person doesn't give a fuck.
Well, yeah, because Marvel is so, we know we're getting a good movie and a good character, like, so whatever. And now their fan base is like dug in now.
Yeah.
So they know at least they're going to make some money regardless of what comes out.
And then you bring in a new audience of a marginalized group who maybe wasn't watching. If they weren't watching the movies, well, shame on them. But
incels,
yes, lots of incels. The whole new group of incels. It sounds like, if I didn't know what incel was, it sounds like it would be a Marvel offshoot, like mutant group or something like that. The X-Men can't handle
incels, and then they type in, "We don't want to leave the basement." Oh, exactly. Sorry. Well, no. I mean, lock the door. I mean, sorry. Reverse that.
Quick, Wanda Maximoff is in a prison. Only the incels can help. No, that bitch turned me down because she's a whore. What? Yeah. No,
but she never turned them down because they never even tried.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, she never showed up at my door, proclaimed her love for me, and then took me away from all this.
Yeah. It was just basically a Polaroid of their dick with a dead bird
fucking
taped
dudes.
to it.
Like my birdie, it's not dead, it's alive, so it's like fluttering.
But it's taped. Its wings are taped down.
Poor bastard.
Oh, that went a direction. But yeah, the movie. I mean, I think we can cover some spoilers on here. I'll give you time code below what you can skip to so that you don't hear any of this. And if you're listening to this on podcast, well, fucking get YouTube, because you're going to get some spoilers. You're going to have to just skip ahead.
Spoiler alert.
But right off the bat, you get the implication that the father, Wenwu, is potentially the real Mandarin. They don't. It's nice. I actually read an article today saying, "Is he?" Well, it's complicated, and it's kind of like he is, but maybe. And
because he was also saying too, almost like he was saying that the whole thing was made up as well, because he was kind of making fun of the fact that he was named after an orange.
Yes.
So he's like, maybe the real Mandarin's out there still. Maybe he was behind the. Whoa. Maybe is the Undertaker entering the room? Oh my God!
I just changed the lighting.
Smoke.
I thought it was just gonna brighten this.
I read that there's going to be an interactive Netflix movie starring the Undertaker.
Finally,
it's going to be like that one with Buddy.
Which.
That Bear's Grylls.
Oh, Bear Grylls.
He's like, should I fall off the cliff or fall down the waterfall? And I'm like, I don't know, whatever. Cares.
Always the waterfall. I love. I don't know what it was, but my son, every time without fail, killed Bear Grylls. Like, even at a time like where there was,
he does graphically has like just terrible.
Yeah, there was one. There's one where there was only one option. He's like, should I go down this rock wall? Well, it seems to be the only path. Then it's like, choose. And he hit rock wall, and then it's just him getting his guts ripped open by zombies. I was like, well, that didn't seem to work out.
That just did not work out well. And it doesn't matter whenever he dies, his guts are being ripped out by zombies. Yeah. Like, he falls out of a plane, and then suddenly it cuts to his guts are being ripped apart by zombies.
Always.
Yeah.
Just adjust here because
nice
it's causing shadows in my face. Can't deal with that. So that was that. Then we get our mid credits and post credits scenes. So our mid credit is Wong having collected Katie and Shang-Chi to bring them back. You assume that they're like looking at the rings and they're examining them. I'm assuming Doctor Strange is going to be the person off to the side because it makes sense. And they look over, and it's two like holographic, like phone call people, and one of them is Captain Marvel, and the other one is Bruce Banner, not Professor Hulk.
And what's funny that you said that in the car, and it didn't even dawn on me. I was just like, oh, there's Banner,
still with his sling on because Snap really fucked him up. And so that was
the snap they talk about in the Eternals trailer. His snap.
Yeah, the snap that brought everybody back.
That was the Hulk snap.
Yes.
What was Tony Stark's snap?
Tony Stark's snap was getting rid of people
for a new Christmas.
No, his snap was to get rid of the bad guys. Right. So, but it was basically the way she words it is that the snap that brought back all the people created such a surge in energy on the planet that it started the convergence or whatever it was.
These dudes come back.
So yeah, so
Everybody's bitching and complaining too, but like you didn't help with Thanos. It's like they can't.
Yep.
They only fight these other dudes.
I like that they answered that in the trailer because
Yeah, like
everybody-
what else do you want? There you go. Good enough for me.
And once again, we've had this discussion a billion times. The smallest, thinnest explanation, and I'm on board because it's a freaking space movie.
It's a goddamn movie.
Yeah, we got wizards and shit. I'm gonna believe
And now
whatever
there's
you say.
dragons.
Dragons,
And
baby.
like I said, I completely believed because they're using the scales of a dragon as weapons, and I totally believe that this. I believe that like. I think that a scale would be tougher than vibranium, a dragon scale.
I would think
Absolutely.
I would think at the very least it would be comparable. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I think a dragon scale is like unbelievably tough.
Well, and again, it's the kind of thing you could make it whatever you want. You could make it like, it's really just a feather snap, or no,
It's a dragon.
it's like
They fight other dragons.
yeah, exactly. They gotta protect themselves from dragon teeth.
Yeah, that was a
like
cool
that.
movie, man.
So yes, there was all that, and then
Tony Young didn't know that he was being screwed over.
I
That beast is like talking to him, and he's like, "I know my wife's voice. That's definitely my wife." And then he's like, "Wow, that is my wife."
they did that. Yeah,
He's like, "Come to me, my darling."
yeah. And no, that would have been the best if he had like one of those "my shitty wife" kind of jokes where he's like, "Sir, it's not your wife," and he's like, "You don't know her when she's hungry." Yeah, right. Like, it's just that would have been the best. But yeah, no, I was
She's a
fully
real dragon in the sack.
exactly. I was fully into the movie though. It was good. The fight choreography was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I was just on board with everybody. It was really good. I liked the little kind of down home scenes that they had at the beginning, kind of like grounding and stuff like that. Well, because it's cool because what they kind of did is make
Oh, I think I made it worse.
probably righty tighty, baby.
Some sexy lefty.
Ow! Lefty loosey. There you go.
Ooh, it cracked. A real cracker there.
But what was it? What they kind of have done with him? They've like made him the new kind of pure soul, almost.
Shang-Chi
is
Yeah,
like,
because
he's
like the
got,
rings totally
Yeah.
came to him after they fell off his dad. They just like we want to be with you.
exactly. So it's kind of like I don't know if he's filling the vacuum of Captain America in that sense,
Right.
where it's like, he
Like
is
the one pure of heart.
Yeah.
Like that's a good call. I dig that actually.
Yeah, so
I dig that.
So I'm on board. I'm very on board. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. And like I was saying to you in the car, there's nothing seems set because a lot of the things that are coming in right now, I have no idea what they are.
So
and
what do you think about the last credit scene? Is she gonna be like what's her name in Daredevil, where she goes like bad and she runs the clan now? Like I did not get away what happened there. It just showed her with all of them. And I was like, oh, what was the?
Well, she's definitely in charge of the 10 rings now because
Yeah.
she's sitting in the throne that he was sitting
Well,
in.
but he's got the 10 rings on him now.
But he's
So, like-
well, no, but just 10 rings, the organization.
Oh, the gang.
Right. So, so she's in charge of that organization, and she's got new people. And I noticed they were hiring women now. Finally,
Ooh, it's about time. Spruce up the old workplace.
yeah. Hashtag Karashi. Hashtag Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi. sorry.
Shang-Chi, racist.
Yeah, I know. I apologize. And it's just let's forget it. Let's forget I
Forget
said
the whole
it.
thing. Let's forget the whole.
Let's call the
goddamn
whole thing off. The Matrix first look came up.
Yeah, I started watching it, and then I thought it was fake, like one of those fake ones. Where like, oh, preview for this. And you're like, what the fuck? Like,
Well, there were confirmation on all the sites saying that it was real. There was a couple of different ones apparently, but for the most part, it's all the same. The big things that are in it. So basically, what we have is the storyline is like the new kind of round of people, seemingly clones too, and I'll get more into that why. And it's probably a reason why the one always looked the same.
clones.
Well, I think
Like
that
Boba
that's
Fett.
well, because remember how they said they're like humans are no longer bred; they're grown. Well, how are they growing them? They're not like just rubbing two against each other and making.
Well,
them
that's
fight.
how we do it.
That's I know, right? So, but my thinking is that they're cloning them, which is why, and then they're imbuing those powers onto the one, or they're cloning. He's got that already in it, and they're cloning and that sort of thing. So that's why he looks the same and all that kind of stuff. But then there's there's fan theories in it that the young guy who's in it, the actor's name escapes me, so I apologize, but they think it's young Morpheus. And like people are kind of like born out of sequence or whatever. But the whole idea is that both Keanu, who looks like John Wick, he's went full beard because he saw what he looked like without one in Bill and Ted. And he's like, no, beard's coming back. And Carrie-Anne Moss are both still within the Matrix, still plugged in, and that's when they meet. So it's kind of like telling a new story based on that, and I don't have a lot of information beyond
Good, I'm glad.
But
We'll see in the theaters, whatever.
exactly.
The Wachowski needs another hit, so he went back to the Matrix.
Yeah.
Keanu's like, right on, keep it rolling. Guy's in like 15, like, he's got like a 15, like, franchises.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, holy shit, bro.
And bless him. Bless him.
Oh,
man.
fucking A. Keanu's the man.
He is the best, and I'll go with
I saw somebody in the boat wearing a Duke Kaboom shirt, and then I did some Duke Kaboom lines, and they were just like, I don't even know. I was like, did somebody just give you the shirt? Like,
I found this shirt the when I was coming back on the ferry last time.
I was like, what the fuck? Like,
what else were we looking at? Disney Plus, the What If series has been going on. It has been, I'm not all the way caught up yet. I probably will be by the time.
what if
this episode
Sony
comes
didn't
out.
give us Spider-Man?
I know.
What if? Yeah.
Actually, it's really funny that you bring that up because the movie we're recording tonight has some Spider-Man related trivia in it.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's an interesting what if in and of itself. But like I said, I saw the first two so far, which were the what if Peggy Carter got the super soldier serum, and what if T'Challa got was taken as Star-Lord instead of Peter Quill. And both of those were really good. There's other ones coming up. I don't know what all of them are. I know that one of them is the Marvel Zombies.
Cool.
So that's going to be fun.
That'll be like the Halloween special.
Probably. Actually, that will probably line up perfectly. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. I talked last week, or the last Coming Attractions episode, about I got to review Only Murders in the Building with Steve Martin. And
you saw
Martin
it?
Short. Yeah, I saw the whole thing.
How is it?
It's really funny. It's dry.
I think it's so weird that it's Selena Gomez.
Yeah, they were just looking for somebody.
They need somebody to look at.
Yeah. She doesn't play like that, though. She's not playing like a sexy.
Yeah,
femme
I
or
can tell.
whatever.
But still.
But no, they just wanted somebody young, and she works really well in it. She's funny. But it's the kind of thing where it's quite dry for the most part. But then when they choose to be funny, they really turn it on.
Right.
Like, no, without a major spoiler, there's a whole scene where
It's a movie.
no, it's a series.
Oh, it's a series.
But there's a scene where Steve Martin is having like a physical issue with a frozen cat that's in somebody's freezer. So the things like that, but it's for the most part it's quite dry, Steve Martin style. Think more his plays and
right.
stuff like that. But when it gets funny, when it gets like wild funny, it gets wild funny, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a fun idea for a show.
Right.
So
I can't wait to see. When I saw the preview for it, I was like, oh fuck.
It's on now, so the first couple episodes are out.
On Hulu?
Well, Disney Plus here.
Oh, we have it.
Yes.
Oh, I saw the thing. I was like, I don't have Hulu.
Yeah. No, well, because in the States, Star is on Hulu, but in Canada, because we don't have Hulu, Star is on Disney Plus.
Beauty.
So that is covered.
Sweet. Add another one to the pile for this week. I was at sea for 3 freaking weeks.
Mm-hmm. So let's take it down for a moment.
Let's take it down a notch.
Michael K. Williams.
Oh, yes. That's what I forgot. I knew something. I really liked him.
Best known as Omar from The Wire, also known from Boardwalk Empire, Lovecraft Country, which apparently they were saying he was a shoo-in for his first Emmy.
No way.
In that. So I don't know if he's done it, if it's done, that he can still be nominated and he can get one posthumously or whatever. But yeah, he passed away. That was really sad. I loved him in everything. He was in Community, so he's good. He did one of my favorite scenes from his run on that is he has a moment where he quotes himself from The Wire, and he's sitting there because he's a teacher. He's a biology teacher who put himself through school while he was in prison, And that's like his whole thing. So he's like really like hard edged and stuff like that. And so they're having an episode. Ooh, lightning outside. They're having the episode's essentially a Law and Order episode where somebody smashed their sweet potato that they were like growing spuds. Like it was a stupid like kids biology kind of project. And so theirs got sabotaged. So now they're like doing the whole Law and Order thing with the cops and they have a whole trial and the whole deal. And they have a moment where they're having this sidebar, and the principal, and I was gonna say the principal, the dean is there, and he says something. He's like, I'm not allowing this. We're just doing that. And he's like, no, this is my class, and in my class, a man's got to have a code. And then goes back to the dean, and the dean goes, awesome, just like awesome.
Man's gonna have a code.
And like they didn't even
called
like
Streets.
They didn't even mask. Like he just went straight up Omar, and it was perfect. But yeah, really
he was good.
sad.
I really liked him.
I know that's a bummer. I wanted to see him in more stuff.
Agreed.
I wanted to actually see him work his way into the Marvel universe somehow too. Wouldn't have minded him so much. I think he may have been a little old for the liking of thing, but he wouldn't have made a terrible Blade.
That's right, dude. That's what I was thinking. I knew you were going to say that. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like, don't get me wrong. I really like Herschela, but I think
sure about Wesley Snipes back. Fuck that. He's Blade.
Yeah.
He's still got the moves.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's just they're still upset about the tax forms they sent him the first time.
Oh, that's why they ripped off Scarlet.
Hello.
They're like, sorry, babe.
Yeah. So let's talk about next week's movie. So it's not the one we're recording tonight. So we're still going back a little bit. We've got some in the can still, but we delved into some comedy. So the last movie we did Major League, and this time we went a little bit newer with a fun one that we love. I taught okay, you remember now?
Role Models.
That's the one.
Yes.
We did it. We just thought we'd give that one another look-see, another go. And here's the trailer.
Why do we still do this job?
This is the best job in the world, man. We get to wear awesome outfits, and it's totally easy to do hungover.
Let's rock West Academy.
The energy drink, Minotaur, is good.
Woo! Taste the beast!
Minotaur!
Oh, God.
A large black coffee.
Do you mean a venti?
No, I mean a large.
Venti is a large coffee.
Really? Says who? Fellini?
You know what? You've been picking fights with everybody. I can't stand it anymore. I'm moving out.
Woohoo! Good morning, Flexible.
Your electricity is out.
Just doing my part to save this big blue planet.
Your water is shut off, too.
Like I said.
Oh, hey! Oh, it's all right, we're here. You can let it down.
Too late, it's already up.
Chase the beast.
Destruction of school property, vandalism.
Shut up!
They wanted to give you 30 days in jail.
What?
But I worked my magic on the judge. Instead, you have community service. You're going to Sturdy Wings.
We bring adults and children together to enhance the lives of these children through one-on-one friendships.
I already prefer jail.
Your kid's name is Augie Farks. This is Danny. He wants to be your new friend.
I wasn't really 100% yet. Don't judge me.
No worries, my liege. Ronnie's one of our youngest. No one's lasted more than a day. But I think you're perfect because you're young and you don't want to go to prison.
What up, Ronnie?
I don't want to take my pants off.
What? Been talking to him for half an hour. Kids barely said a word. I don't want to be alone with him, Danny. Oh.
No. What are you doing?
Maybe you should think about losing the cape. People tend to avoid people in capes.
This fall.
She got some boobies on her.
Never stare at the boobies, kid.
But how?
It's called training. You don't think I've noticed the 34 C's directly to the left of us?
Boobies.
Don't look over there. Look here.
It will take a couple of boys.
Are you sewing?
Yeah, this is my country's emblem, and we would like to invite you to be a soldier in the Xanthian army.
To make them men.
This community service has given me some perspective. You complete me. You had me at hello.
Oh, God, Danny.
What's up, reindeer games?
I'm not Ben Affleck.
You white? Then you Ben Affleck.
You are white. It's true, I am white.
Let's go.
Role models.
See you tomorrow, Ronnie.
All right, guys, Role Models next week. That is exciting. We're looking forward to that. It's, again, like rare that we do a fairly, like, I know it's not a new one, but it's a newer
It's
one
like one of the newer ones we've done
for us. So, yeah, that's a lot of fun. couple more little things to talk about before we wrap it up. I saw an on-set thing for the new Transformers that they're shooting right now.
Oh, yeah, I saw something as well, yeah.
The Optimus Prime that they've put in is original Optimus Prime.
G1.
Flat, exactly. He's the flat front.
Which I don't know what that means. Generation 1?
Yeah, I think so, yes. And but it looks exactly like the toy.
It's a good one.
It's so painful.
Well,
like
Bumblebee, they were the right ones.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. But
I enjoy now that finally, after 12 movies, they're getting into the real.
They're finally getting.
They look like, give me some Soundwave, man.
Yeah. I want a proper Soundwave because the one that they gave us was garbage, which was the the light.
Oh, we better with the lights. They're going out tonight.
Yeah,
they fucking better not.
I know. Oh, I'll be so pissed off if this cuts off on us.
Hear that?
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand, and so forth.
Ooh, is that from Thriller?
Yeah, you know what's actually interesting? He never performed that outside of doing Thriller, and then just out of nowhere, he did it on like the Joan Rivers show. She's just like, "Come on, do it." Oh,
do the Thriller. Do the Thriller.
And then so he did it, and like he just like you could tell he was reading cards because obviously he doesn't have that like in his friggin' back pocket ready to rock and roll. But like so he's sitting there and he's like, but he's got the classic like Vincent Price face, like, darkness falls across the land.
Puts his evil face on. Mine just looks like I'm taking a bad shit.
It was almost exactly like if you asked Ben Stiller, you're like, is Zoolander in the room right now? And then he just instantly puts on like,
right.
Like
he's going through, he's lost his mind and he's going through, right?
But it's just so
like
funny
under hypnosis. Is Zoolander here now?
Yeah. Mm-mm. Because like Vincent Price was just like, yeah, like he's just having a conversation and he's like, can you do that? And
right.
Like it was perfect. But
I love Vincent Price.
Oh god, he was so great. And then I'm still weirded out because he said the word y'alls to terrorize y'all's neighborhood. And I'm like, it seems a little not great.
Nope. Yo, Quincy Jones.
Yeah, Quincy said it was
Michael
okay.
Michael Jackson, who's riding the line of black and white.
That's true.
They all said it was cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god, now they're gonna be like, you know what, y'all, you can't. Okay, whatever. Y'all come back now.
No, because
it doesn't have to be a black thing. It's just like a southern thing.
Something about y'all.
Y'all come back now. You think Reba McEntire telling you come over for fucking dinner? She's like, y'all come over for dinner tonight. And she's gonna sing you a good song.
Yeah, but I mean, to be racist against Southerners for a minute, what are Southerners racist against? Shang-Chi?
Liberals?
Yeah, well, them too.
Gun laws?
Yeah, we hate them gun laws. And the last story I want to do, this one's probably the nearest and dearest to your heart. Tom Cruise's bodyguard was stolen. His car was stolen.
Oh,
that was a much different.
Oh my god! What? This is like a real life Mission Impossible mission.
Yeah.
So he's got to get his bodyguard back.
Yeah,
he landed a helicopter in somebody's yard.
Yeah, well, got to do it. Got to
land which you did not talk about when you said Tom Cruise. Apparently, he was late for Sundance Film Festival or something, and his helicopter literally landed in somebody's backyard.
Nice.
And they come out, they're like, "Oh my god, there's a helicopter landing in our backyard." Yeah. Tom Cruise gets out. He's like, "I'm really sorry, I had to land in your giant yard. I'm going to go to this movie premiere. You guys want to go up in the helicopter?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Yeah, totally." And so then he gave them free helicopter rides all day while he fucked around.
Sweet. My favorite thing was I saw this video. Somebody it was parked next to him, but it must have been like on set for reshoots or something because he was dressed like Maverick, and he got out and they're like, "Oh my god, Tom Cruise!" Like yeah, and he's doing
he really put on the Tom Cruise.
He's really Tom Cruise. He's like, "I'm really sorry though, I gotta go," and then he took off, and I was like, I think he puts that on so then when he tells you he's in a hurry, you're not like fucking jerk.
Yeah,
because he's like, you gave him a little something.
That's two you said we're putting it on today. Yes. Tom and Vincent Price.
Yeah. No, but it's just it was so quintessential. It wasn't just him just being normal.
Right.
It was just instantly.
It's like when Nick Cage was like, "You want me to go full cage?" Yeah. Okay, I'll go there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which, oh my god, what did I see? I saw another. It was a photo or something. Oh no, it was a video. It was, people were eating at this restaurant. And they were like, yeah, it was Hell's Kitchen in Las Vegas. And he's like, only to find out that Nicolas Cage was in the table next to us, and they kind of like to have the phone, and they just kind of move over, and he's just sitting there by himself, and he's got that weird like hair plug mane going right now, and he's just like sitting there like very stoic. But I just pictured like the soup is cold, like
he's just being very calm. But I add onto somebody's table. You know what? I don't want to eat at lunch tonight. Can Nicolas Cage sit at your table? No, Nicolas Cage, get the fuck back to your own table.
Exactly. He's like,
how's your wife?
How are we gonna? How are we gonna pay for this? I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Like what?
Is that going to give us the?
Yeah,
are we gonna
is
get?
That going to take a while, and then we come back and pay, or
no? But then you look up in the back of the, and like you look at the back of the menu, and it says "Steal the Declaration of Independence, eat free."
He's been there before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bring us Lincoln's nose from the Lincoln Memorial, park free.
Nice.
It's a pretty sweet deal, and parking's much more expensive, and you can only bring the nose once, so I get it.
Yeah.
But, well, I guess that's true. I guess there's not a bunch of copies of the Declaration of Independence.
There's probably a few lying around, a couple of Xerox,
different drafts,
a couple of exactly someone's shit crossed out, like a government document where half of it's blacked out.
Yeah.
Like we'll release what we have on aliens, and it just says like "Dear Aliens," and then it's all blacked out. You're like, oh, thank you, there you go.
I'm wondering if there was one that just has Thomas Jefferson being a little like existential. He's like, do we really want to be free? Like, what is freedom?
Well, see, these are the questions they're going to ask in Matrix 4.
Isn't freedom
Revolutions 2?
No doubt. Resurrection.
No, it's Revolution. What was it? Was Reloaded. It's Matrix 4 Reloaded 2.
Yes.
Revolutions.
First Blood Part 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyways, going back to Tom Cruise's bodyguard, his car was stolen. Inside that car was a copy of Top Gun Maverick.
No.
So, problems.
Uh-oh. Where did he leave his car? At that same steakhouse that Jericho lost his belt?
Oh, I didn't know about this. What's this?
Yeah, it was right when he won the AEW championship, he went to a steakhouse. And apparently somewhere, he blamed it on the driver of the limo. Of course. Because the limo had to go pick somebody else up and then it was coming back for him, and then the belt went missing, and then a state trooper found it like in the ditch. Like, I'll bet you whoever stole it was like, oh fuck, like I gotta get rid of this thing.
Either that or like wrestling.
AEW. I was hoping it was ROH.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, fuck this. This ain't the Divas Impact Championship. Out the window.
Chikara Pro for life.
That belt is like 50 grand or something.
Yes.
And looking at it, it's very obvious. Like, and probably the way it was like, oh my God, like somebody's going to be after this thing.
But here's the real question. Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why? Like, it's not like it's something that a person is really winning. It's not like, you know, like when you're a boxer and you win the belt.
That's all fake too.
No, but
all these Jake Paul fights.
Well, that's a whole nother story. but those belts you get to keep for even when you lose the title, you keep that belt. It's not like the belt goes to another person. You get a special belt that's made for you.
I think they do the same thing in the wrestling world.
I imagine so, but
I
imagine so. Well, a lot of them got to have redesigns and stuff, so at the very least, that's been true as of late. But I don't know. I guess it's like a little bonus thank you.
Exactly, like the belt's like it's like a 50,000 piece of jewelry.
But I'm just thinking, could you not for like?
But I don't know where you sell it.
I was gonna say for $2,000, could you not make something just as ornate and then not as big a deal if you lose it?
No.
I guess not.
The fuck, like, why do we even want to win the goddamn thing if that's what it is? Give me the commemorative title for fuck's sakes. Like, you want to win like the real deal.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is
$200. Oh yeah,
it's all commemorative.
Yeah, why don't they make the NBA championship trophy have chocolate inside of it, and it costs nothing?
First off, that's a delicious idea. Second off, it's actual people competing to win.
So it's wrestling.
Something.
Just because it's predetermined. Everybody knows LeBron's going to win, so what's the fucking difference?
LeBron didn't... Oh, did he win this last?
Of course they did.
He usually
They won the hearts of a nation. I don't think they actually won.
We don't know. We don't care, but the chocolate in this trophy is
and
a
if you want your title to be something, it should be expensive at least.
Yeah.
Or look cool.
I was assuming that making the most money in the company because you're the champion would have taken care of that.
No, everybody wants the strap, bro. So what's it all about?
Yeah. All right.
Everybody wants the strap. But you're gonna go to like the pawn shop and be like, yo, here's the belt I stole off the Undertaker. I'll give you $100 for it. Okay, deal.
Yeah.
Take it off my hands.
Yeah. Well, it's stolen property. You don't want to hold it. So.
That's why they threw it in a ditch.
Precisely. Full circle.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think that's gonna wrap this one up. So make sure to check us next week with role models. Do that. Promise. What else? Miscastcommentary.com. Email us, podcast@miscastcommentary.com. On Twitter, we're at Miscast Podcast. I'm at miscastjoe. Todd's at Miscast Todd. Instagram at miscastcommentary and at miscastjoe. And TikTok at Miscast Commentary and Miscast Joe. You can follow me on Twitch at Miscast Joe, where I am now an affiliate, so you can go on there. And if you want to support ostensibly this show, because my deal with Carrie is any of this extra money that I make for that stuff goes towards these hobbies, so we can pay for things and not do that. So if you want to support this show, a good way of doing that is either A, by subscribing to us on YouTube and helping us monetize there, or B, by going to Miscast Joe.
Or C,
Twitch.
just mail us money.
You can just mail us
money to my house.
You can donate money. I think there's a button.
Bitcoin.
Or something. There's a link.
I want to get into the Bitcoin market, so send me Bitcoins.
Send me anything that a scammer would want from you, like gift cards.
Ooh, like vanilla MasterCards.
A bunch of vanilla MasterCards.
iTunes numbers.
Yeah. I'll even take
long distance phone card numbers.
I'll take Blockbuster gift cards that are unredeemed.
Oh my God, those poor people.
That's fine.
Those poor souls.
Bless them.
They have to go to Alaska just to reap the benefits of.
I think that one's
card.
gone now too.
Lost in the storm.
The last Blockbuster documentary was, I think, in a different place. It was in Alaska. The Alaska one closed shortly after John Oliver gave them all that shit from Russell Crowe's auction.
That's what did it.
That was so funny, though. Did you hear the whole story about that?
I don't think so.
Okay, so basically, they heard about this Blockbuster and how it was the last thing, and they were talking about why video stores still mattered in Alaska, and they were because they don't have good infrastructure for internet, so streaming services are spotty,
shitty,
and
they're renting movies still.
So they were renting movies still, and so they were so we want something to help keep this place solvent and to to make it like a tourist attraction. So just right around the same time that all this was happening, Russell Crowe had an auction called The Art of Divorce, where basically he was selling off a bunch of his shit so he could basically pay his wife off. And
because all the money she deserves from all the movies Russell Crowe made.
So he bought so they went in auction and they had tons of his old shit. So they had old director's chair, the director's chairs that the stars get, and then they had the robe from Cinderella Man, but they also had the leather jock strap, the period correct jock strap that he wore in Cinderella Man. And so he bought a bunch of that shit. He also bought Denzel Washington's seat back from the movie they were in together. Which one was that? I want to say Virtuosity.
Yeah.
So
I can think about that for a minute. Virtuosity, what a film!
So he had all this shit, and he gave all of it to that Blockbuster. So shortly thereafter, a couple months later or whatever, the Blockbuster closed, and then a bunch of that shit went missing. Some of it got returned, but then some of it went missing, and they're and we don't know what happened to the...
Somebody's got to get their ass up to Alaska.
Yeah. So they were we don't know what happened to the jockstrap. And then, so he's until now, and then they play this movie, and they had this dumb thing, because at the same time, they bought all these wax presidents from, some closed wax museum. The wax museum shut down, and they bought all these wax presidents from there.
Right.
And he just did it as a fuck you to Colbert and Jon Stewart, who each bought one.
Right.
He's well, we didn't buy one. We bought 5. So he's made movies with them and stuff.
With the dummies.
Yeah, with all the dummies. And so the last thing they did is he made a Fast and Furious style thing with the 5 presidents that they got. And it was Woodrow Wilson, Bill Clinton, Jimmy Carter. I can't remember.
Right?
Richard Nixon, somebody else. And so they're doing all these things, and they had a bunch of other actors in there. Armie Hammer was in it, and all these different people. And they're you got to take down the main boss. And then they're we've got to find the jockstrap, and you see the jockstrap in its case, and you just hear, well, and it kind of zooms out, and you see it's Russell Crowe. So he shot the video. I guess they had a nice little rapport thing, because after he bought all that stuff on the thing, because he donated a bunch of the money to charity, and he donated it to the Steve Irwin Foundation.
Right.
And it was, so Bindi Irwin actually did a video. They were like, Russell Crowe was so impressed by how much money you donated, or like how much money you spent. And so he made this donation, and he's like, so now officially this is the John Oliver Koala Chlamydia Award. And it was a legit thing.
To treat the koalas for chlamydia.
Yep. Well, I guess that's a big problem with koalas. So he
the John Oliver Chlamydia Award.
And he's like, so we're ending the show. He's like, it's not going to get better than the John Oliver
Koala Chlamydia Award.
So they did that, and I guess this was his little, like, this was just his little thanks for like being a good sport and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun.
That's cool. Sounds cool.
So yeah, so I mean the lesson in all that is follow us on YouTube and help us get monetized. All right, guys, until next week with Role Models, we will see you later.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast media production.